Ladies and gentlemen, this is Cayetano Infante, your captain speaking. On behalf of my first officer Renato Cruz and the entire cabin crew, I welcome you aboard Philippine Airlines Flight RP007, non-stop service from Vancouver to Manila. Our flying time will be 11 hours and 49 minutes. After takeoff, we ask you to kindly direct your attention to the video screens in front of each cabin, for we have prepared a short film for your enjoyment. We will then be dimming the cabin lights for better viewing. We wish you a pleasant flight. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now on our final approach and will be landing in a few minutes. Please check that your seat belts are securely fastened. Temperature at the airport is 35 Celsius.
Binibini, Ginang at Kinoo, kalalapag pa lamang natin sa Ninoy Aquino International Airport at tayo'y tutungo na sa Centennial Terminal 2. Maligayang pagdating dito sa Maynila. Para sa inyong kaligtasan, manatili po lamang na nakaupo at nakakabit ang inyong seatbelts hanggang ang sasakyan ay ganap ng huminto. Marami pong salamat sa inyong pagtangkilik sa Philippine Airlines. Ikinalulugod po namin na makasama kayo at inaasahan namin na muli tayong magkikita sa nalalapit na araw.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just landed at Ninoy Aquino International Airport, and we will now proceed to Centennial Terminal 2. Welcome to Manila. For your safety, please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the aircraft comes to a complete stop. Thank you for choosing Philippine Airlines. We hope to see you soon. Attention! May I have your attention please? Calgary South State Tour Group, please proceed in front of gate number 3. Your tour manager, Joy Cruz, will meet you there.
Mabuhay! Welcome to the Philippines! My name is Joy, and with me is this handsome gentleman, David San Pedro. Well, to you Canadians, it's David Peterson. We will be your guides as you enjoy the sights, sound, and smiles of the islands called Pearl of the Orient Seas. As you've noticed, our bus is not the typical one. It is very unique. We call it the jeepney. It is the common mode of public transportation here. As we ride to your hotel, we'll familiarize ourselves with the surrounding area, Metro Manila.
Maraming beses na kitang nilayasan, iniwanan at ibang pinuntahan. Parang babaeng mahirap talagang malimutan. Ikaw lamang ang aking laging binabalikan. Manila, Manila, I keep coming back to Manila. Simply ain't no place like Manila. Manila, I'm coming home. I walk the streets of San Francisco. I've tried to ride in Disneyland. Dated a million girls in Sydney. Somehow I feel like I don't belong.
We'll pull up to the hotel in just a few minutes. Please sit back and enjoy the view. On behalf of Bayanihan Tours, have a wonderful vacation in the Philippines. And we hope to see you tomorrow as we continue our travels. Rise and shine! It is Friday, November 30. The skies are partly cloudy with a temperature of 28 degrees Celsius, but feels like 40 because of humidity. We have so much to see and do today. So, let's go! In the native language, Tagalog, tara na!
Our first stop, Metro Manila. We already had a brief glimpse of it yesterday. Although Manila has transformed to a modern metropolis with its business skyscrapers and shopping malls, vestiges of colonial era are still preserved, like the old wall city in Intramuros, a fort built by Spanish rulers.
Our first dance captures the strong Spanish influences that began in the 16th century. European dances like waltz, polka, fandango, and mazurka became so popular among the urban Filipinos that soon Filipinized versions emerged. Like Dr. Jose Rizal's heroine in his novels Maria Clara, this first dance reflects the character of a young Filipina from a bygone era. The Habanera de Jovencita exude a very refreshing air of gracious sweetness and refined urbanity.
Long before Christmas, in fact, as early as September, Filipinos get in the mood for Christmas. Colorful lights, lanterns, displays adorn major avenues, transforming places like Ayala in Makati into Tinseltown. But the real light of lights rests on a promontory site overlooking the valley of Marikina below. We refer to the Manila Philippines Temple, which has been the light on a hill for Filipinos and Southeast Asian Latter-day Saints since it was dedicated by President Hinckley in September 1984. We now travel to the gateway of the north, Pangasinan. The province with its beautiful beaches and 100 islands will soon be the site of the third temple in the Philippines, the Urdaneta Philippines Temple, well known for its fishing villages and the famed smoked milkfish and salted sea products.
The province will be represented with a dance of Pandango sa Ilaw, Wasiwas. From Lingayen, Pangasinan, where fishing is a primary means of livelihood among people living along the coastline, originates the Wasiwas. After a good catch, the fishermen would celebrate by drinking and dancing while swinging a lighted lamp. Wasiwas literally means swinging in the Pangasinan dialect.
have entered the region of the hardy Ilocanos of the north. The region has many old churches massively built that withstood the centuries. Cobbled streets lined with old Spanish houses. This region is also called Marcos country. The president who ruled for 2 decades with his wife, the fabulous Imelda. Traveling east through the Marcos Highway, we come to the summer capital of the Philippines, Baguio, nestled 5,000 feet above sea level. It is home of the Philippine Military Academy, Camp John Hay, and many tourist spots, with lots of establishments selling native crafts. The natives there are commonly called ecruzers, whose way of life is distinct from the brothers from the lowlands.
Before we proceed southward, I'd like to ask a question. Have you noticed some people get an elder's hand and touch it on their foreheads? That is called pagmamano. It is a Filipino custom that survived the times and foreign influences. This practice of respect is done by asking for an elder's hand and touches one's forehead while bowing. One usually says, "Mano po," and the elder then blesses the person. Kaawaan ka ng Diyos, which literally means, may the Lord bless you. Southern Tagalog provinces are to the south of Manila. Aside from its beautiful tourist spots, it is well known for the Filipino delicacies of puto, kutsinta, and lechon. And yes, fiestas. Every town has its town fiesta honoring their patron saint. The festivities would include parades, processions, coronation of a beauty queen, and folk dancing. A dance called Sayaw sa Bangko is one popular choice.
We move on to coconut-rich southern Luzon, where the dance maglalatik evolved from. The word comes from latik, the residue from boiled coconut milk. In this dance, dried coconut shells are tied to the backs, chest, hips, and thighs of the male dancers and struck with hand shells to produce sharp rhythmic sounds. Crossing the sea through the San Juanico Bridge, we traveled toward the islands of Visayas. Magellan, who discovered the Philippines in the 16th century, planted the cross in Cebu, where to this day it is enshrined. General MacArthur landed in Leyte shores in 1946 to liberate the country from the Japanese. The first church meeting was held by LDS servicemen in Leyte. Today, the church has its second temple in Cebu, also on a hill to serve as a light to the saints in the Visayas and Mindanao.
Visayans are fun and music-loving people who are haranas, serenades, kundiman, love songs, and now videokes abound. We shall try to capture their romantic mood as we listen to the magic of their music. itik-itik is a nomadic dance where the movements of the dancers imitate the duck as it walks with short, choppy steps and splashes water on its back. Although its exact origins are not known, there is a tale of a young lady dancer who was asked to perform in a town festivity. She became so enthusiastic and spirited in her performance that she began to improvise movements and steps similar to those of a duck.
Mindanao, once called the Land of Opportunity, for many Filipinos migrated there because of its fertile land. It is home to big plantations like Dole and Del Monte and other banana plantations, seafood farms, cattle ranchers, and pearl farms. Mindanao is a basin of Muslim faith, the only region that resisted the conquering colonizers from Spain that ruled the rest of the island for 3 long centuries.
Its most popular dance, Singkil, is an intricate steps of a Muslim princess and her court. For tonight, we have opted for a dance which typifies the Philippine countryside of happy barrio folks, planting rice, tending it, then finally harvesting it. It's similar in that it uses bamboo poles to dance on. The tinikling.
We are coming to the close of our tour of the Philippines, where we met its ever-smiling, gentle people. We fly back to Manila, where we started, and for our last stop we will visit the American War Memorial Cemetery, where we see rows and rows of crosses with names of soldiers who gave their lives to fight for the freedom of a people, to enjoy the liberty to choose their destiny. On these hallowed grounds, in the early morning of April 28th, 1961, around 100 Latter-day Saints, consisting mainly of military servicemen, gathered together as Elder Gordon B. Hinckley, then an assistant to the Quorum of the 12 Apostles, rededicated the Philippines for missionary work.
Amidst the rising sun and rows of brave markers, President Hinckley invoked a blessing, that there shall be many thousands who shall receive this message and be blessed thereby. We pray that there shall be many men, faithful, good, virtuous, true men who shall join the church. A tiny seed was planted and has grown into a sturdy tree. The Philippines now has over 661,500 members, 2 operating temples, a third one has been announced, 17 missions with thousands of full-time missionaries all over the islands. This is a special day of great thanksgiving and celebration as we solemnly acknowledge the blessings poured upon the Filipino people. We are grateful for your sacrifices to send your sons and daughters to the Philippines to join the Lord's army of full-time missionaries. How marvelous and how wonderful their harvest! They have truly been instruments in the Lord's hand to fulfill His promise to gather His people from the 4 quarters of the earth, including those special ones from the isles of the sea.
Ang bayan kong Pilipinas, lupain ng ginto't bulaklak, pag-ibig na sa kanyang palad, nag-alay ng ganda't dilag, at sa kanyang yumi at ganda, dayuhan ay nahalina. Bayan ko, binihag ka, nasadlak sa dusa. Ibon ng may layang lumipad, kulungin mo at umiiyak. Bayan pa kayang sakdal dilag, ang di magnasang makaalpas. Pilipinas kong minumutya, pugad ng luha at dalita, aking adhika, makita kang sakdal